Welcome to the Fun and Games Podcast. I'm your host, Brittany Lupton, and let the games begin. Hello, and what's up? Welcome back to the Fun and Games Podcast. I am so happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're here too. Listen, last week's episode, I'm not going to lie, I was so jet lagged. I was just in my bed recording, and I'm so happy I was able to do a recap of the UK trip, but I'm really just happy to get back in here, have a heart-to-heart chat with you, and today's episode is extremely special. It is something that I took an idea from one of you, so thank you so much for this request. It's requested from Danny, and it's an episode all about what is something we would tell our younger selves. And I love this so much because in any stage of our life, there's something that we can even learn from this episode, whether we're younger or even a little bit older. There is so much that a lot of us have been able to process and go through. And I know when it comes to our health and fitness journeys, right, air quotes, it's natural for us to think more about physically how we're doing, how we're looking, instead of looking inside. How are we emotionally doing? How are we mentally doing? And I think that that's a huge part that I also really want to focus on. So I think that this is the perfect episode to kind of take a moment and have us all reflect on our past and just see how far we really have come. We do not give ourselves enough credit for how hard we work every single day. Me talking to myself as well. You guys know I really struggle with imposter syndrome. I really struggle with feeling worthy sometimes because I get in my head a lot of times and I have to constantly kick that out and say, no, I deserve to be here. I'm okay. And I am enough. And for me, a lot of that comes from reflecting. Like I can dig deep too. I can reflect back on my journals. I'm big into journaling, but just to see, wow, I really have come a far way looking at these old videos or photos or again, reading my old journals and seeing how I used to think and how my thought process and mentality has changed so much, even from last year. It was insane because I was comparing, not like a bad comparison, but just saying, I wonder where I was last birthday because I recently had a birthday. And I was just remembering my thought process and my patterns. And I'm like, wow, I have grown so much. I feel like this past year, I have had some of the biggest self-growth opportunities than ever before. And I am in such a better place mentally and physically and emotionally. I am just so happy and grateful to feel that, especially coming through an intense postpartum depression. And that journey is just one in of itself alone, absolutely insane. So this week is all about reflection. And that is the word of the week as well, which is perfect for today's episode.